First thing to point out is what objective you want to have in the game. Also in the team, you have your main DPS, sub-DPS, and a healer. Because currently, when you enter the game, you actually have Chameleia and you can have Gian and all these other main DPS. All the players out there, if you want to get a main DPS and you just started as a beginner, try and prioritize getting Chameleia, because she's a pretty good sub DPS, like seriously. And probably if you have Sanhua, because if you roll for her, maybe you get Sanhua in some banners. In the limited banners, sometimes Sanhua will show up, so you don't need to worry about like, oh, am I gonna get Sanhua or not. Sanhua is a pretty good sub DPS teammate for Chameleia. And how about healers? Healers, well, you can either get Shawkeeper, but if you get Shawkeeper, you're not going to get the opportunity to pull for Chameleia, because you only get one chance in the banner for like one character. So you have two alternatives here. You can either pull for Verina, which also works. You can get Verina at the standard banner there. For those players just starting, now you have a lot of options. You have the celebration banner and standard banner, which you can choose from Kcharo, Janshin, as well as Ling Yang. Best is you choose Verina. Yeah, if you choose for Chameleia, get Verina. If you take Shawkeeper, then try and get Kcharo, and somehow also works with Kcharo as a basic damage amplification. If you don't like Chameleia's design, you can either choose Jinshi or Changli, which also works. Just Yin Lin and Zezi is okay. Maybe Zezi is a bit more limited, because if you use Zezi, she only can work with Ling Yang. But if you don't got Ling Yang and you only got Kcharo, get Yin Lin, because she's a good sub-DPS option, of course. Well, that settles the main point, which is the team comps, a main DPS, sub-DPS, and a support. You have three units that complement each other, then you work. Clear some content in Wuthering Waves. Of course, the endgame content like Wuthering Waves and Adversity, those, you need like a bit more characters. That one is for the future. Right now you just started playing the game, so it's totally fine. Now we're gonna talk about resources. Resources in like general, in like everything: character resources, ascension, level ups, echo resources. The key thing to know is your main DPS. Always put your resources, your wave plates, your stuff to the main DPS, because your main DPS is the one that will be on field most of the time. It's where you should prioritize your materials at with your main DPS. Talents, always max the meter out, because the meter is always meters to make it simple. Yeah, that's another key thing to point out. And after you've done your main DPS, you can focus on your sub DPS and then slowly to your support. The next key point I want to point out is make a schedule for building your main DPS, sub DPS, and support. That is the prioritize for all the newer beginner players that just started playing, because if you don't prioritize, your characters are not well built, overall game will be a bit more challenging. And character weapons, just try and get like a 4-star weapon. Whatever weapons you have, you can use it for characters. You can go on websites, you can go and look at the websites, and it can teach you to use which weapons for which resonators that you work well with. I'll have a link in the description for that. Fourth point is echoes. Is where I'm going to point out is that as a beginner, your data bank level will be very low. 5-star echoes, I'm not going to guarantee, definitely not going to guarantee it's not going to drop. You're going to get like 1-star, 2-star, green color, blue color, or purple color echo. If you get a purple color echo, speaking of purple color echoes, try and level up to max. Yeah, if you get the stats for the purple color echoes, try to level up to max and try to get the substats you need, like crit rate, attack, basically those that complements your character. When you upgrade your echoes, it actually shows you like those substats that is like highlighted in gold color. Like those are the substats that complements your character. Always have the time when you're exploring the whole map to get like chests for like experience, exploration. Echo you see, kill them and collect their echoes. You can also track echoes in the echo list books, because that also works. You can actually track each echo and you can go and kill them one by one, and by just defeating them and killing them, you can gain XP by your data bank level, and then if you reach like Data Bank, I think it was 20 or something, you can actually start getting 5-star echoes. I'm not sure if it's 20. Get me, there's the image gonna pop on the screen. Yeah, that's where you can start killing echoes and start getting 5-star guarantee. So we cover the characters, we cover the weapons, talents as well. We cover the echoes, like the overall thing for like your characters. And the final thing I want to mention is they use your wave plates, like just fully use your wave plates. Don't leave, like just try to use all your wave plates and save up your Son Casket. Son Casket is for when you want to fully build a character and you don't have enough resources, you can use it to fully build them. Fifth point is actually save up your Astrites. This is not a must, but you know, some people like to play gacha games and pull for characters that they like the design with, and I totally respect that, because I think that's just, you know, a fun way to pull characters that you like and pull characters that you basically like the design. Other than the rest, save your Astrites and prioritize a main DPS, because a standard banner character, not say it sucks, I'm just saying a limited banner is definitely a way to go and definitely a much better option. And you can like save our Astrites to get a main DPS in a limited banner, and then in the future maybe there will be another Resonator that complements that main DPS, and you can pull for that Resonator, and then you can use back Verina if you're using Verina or Baizi. Or yeah, currently right now speaking in 2025, we already had a Shawkeeper rerun, so I'm not expecting any Shawkeeper reruns to be rerun in the current moment right now. So yeah, that would probably take a while for a Shawkeeper rerun. But 6th point, story requests. Okay, what should you do for the story requests? You have the purple story request, which is the companion story request, green story request, blue story request, the overworld. The green story request is definitely for exploration, and yes, the union level association quest and the gold color quest, the main story quest. Whenever you completed like the first main story quest and you have like any green color exploration quest, do that, prioritizing your time in doing companion. Always do the exploration quest, and the blue quest you can leave it aside because that one is like overworld quest. And purple quest, companion quest, you can do that time of the day. And make sure to not do your union level too fast, because if you do too fast, you're gonna ascend, your level's gonna be high. And even worse, if you ascend your world level and your characters are not well built, you're gonna have a hard time in defeat the enemies around the map. This probably sounds like everything from me. Everything here is my personal preference, and I gave you my personal opinions, of course, in how you should play this Wuthering Waves game. It's not a must to follow all of this, but it gives you an idea how you should play the game and how you should prioritize your material. If you just want to enjoy the game and just play like how you normally do. One more thing I want to point out is do your dailies, okay? Do your dailies, claim your Pioneer podcast. You can get lots of resources just from doing this. Doesn't matter if you complete it or not, just try and complete all of this. Gainer, you know, some of it might look a bit impossible, which is fine. Just do your dailies and you will pay it off. I hope that this video helps out like all the newer players out there that just started playing Wuthering Waves and, you know, don't have really an idea to go towards with. But yeah, this basically sums up everything you probably need to know. And if you have any questions you want to ask, drop thing, I'll try and like assist you in the comments if I am available. But yeah, that sums up everything.